All right, so for our project, we were able to ask a few different people kind of about their pragmatic incidences. Um, we asked some of our family members, some friends, kind of just the people who are around. We sat in a little group and we discussed the questions that we wanted to ask before we went and asked them. And so the first pragmatic incident is going to be mine. And it's so the incident example question that I used was, have you ever greeted someone awkwardly? What was awkward about it? In response of the question, um, so to begin, I asked my dad this question, and he remembered the experience, the following experiments. He said, he created someone he thought he was pregnant in public by saying, "When's the baby due?" Then the lady responded with, "I am not pregnant." Then the conversation ended. My dad said it was very awkward. I believe that this could have been avoided by just being simply more aware and simply just not assuming. I feel like the worst thing we can do is assume that we know someone's situation before we actually know it. And so I feel like if my dad did that better, he would have not gotten to this experience. And then when it comes to like pragmatics specifically, I believe that this is an inference slash presupposition. And those two include assuming something was happening before having any knowledge of the situation, which is what my dad did. My dad assumed he knew someone's situations before he asked them. But yeah, so we're doing it kind of split up. So this is kind of my portion of it, and then you'll get everyone else's portion after. We add them all together. So this is Oscar's, this is Layla's, this is Jesus's, and then the last pragmatic incident is mine. For my data set as well. We decided this one just because we thought it was funny, but the incident question I used was, when have you been confused confused by or misinterpreted a metaphor or phrase? What was it? So it kind of went along, it kind of didn't, but it was pretty close. So I asked my stepmom if she had ever misinterpreted a metaphor or phrase, and this is the experience she came up with. My stepmom said she misinterpreted when my dad said, "Do you have time to talk? Let's leave our phones in the car." My stepmom thought my dad was going to break up with her, but then he proposed to her that same night instead of breaking up with her. I believe that experiences like this are hard because if you go about it the wrong way, then they're going to know that you're proposing, and if they don't want to know, that'll be hard. So I feel like just if this happened again to like another person, they could have come up like a different way of explaining why they were going to a park instead of like, "What? Let's go talk. Let's leave phones in the car. You could just say, let's just go on a walk." Or, you could just like say something a little more simple. And then for pragmatic examples, I believe that this was an incident of speech acts, especially the "Do you have time to talk? Let's leave phones in the car." My dad asked this question with the intention to have a talk and to leave phones in the car, and so this leads them to action to go somewhere, to go have time to talk, and also to physically leave phones in the car. So that's an action. But yeah, that is everything for that. And then we'll probably all add our 2 cents about this, but I just kind of believe that we can avoid these incidences and misunderstandings by simply just paying attention to sarcasm, being more aware to the people who are around us, as well as like becoming more aware of the humor of others and become more aware of the grammar that we use, and then asking questions about what impressions are given. But yeah, that is everything. That was our little data analysis part of our project. But yeah, thank you for watching.